What's going on? This is your favorite speaker, Britton Harvest. Hashtag breadcrumbs. Hashtag random acts of kindness, RAK. Hashtag rack motivation. I didn't know and still don't know what I'm going to talk about on this video. All I said to myself was this: Britton, cut the recording on and just let it flow. So what you're getting is just a raw uncut, because all of my videos are raw uncut. They all do it in one take and one take only. That's exactly what you're getting tonight. The only difference between now and the other videos is I don't have a title. So by the time I get through talking, I'm going to put a title on this video, and what you see is what you get. Now, the reason why I was not hard pressed about making a title for this video is because I want you all to understand something. What I am doing and what I do with every video is I allow the energy to flow through me. I don't sit up and try to have a premeditated script or to sit up and have 10, 15 bullet points about what it is that I'm going to talk about, and I go down a script over and over and over again. I say that for my seminars. But what I'm telling you and what I'm trying to teach you to understand is sometimes when you tap into the energy that is surrounding you, because we're in an infinite energy field, and when you tap into that energy and allow that energy to flow through you, everything happens according to plan. A lot of times we get so caught up into why this is happening to me. Why me? And I'm sure you all can recognize when you said that on several occasions. Why me? Why did this happen to me? This is not the right time. If this could have happened at any other time, I'll be all right, but not now. If you change your mindset, and instead of saying, why is this happening to me, change that to, this is happening for me. Because you never know why a circumstance is happening, because we always want the answers to all of our questions. You're not going to always get the answer to every question. But do know this: when you change your mindset from why is this happening to me to this is happening for me, now your whole outlook about it changes. You can come to a red light, and because you didn't make the red light in enough time and you have to stop, you're saying to yourself, man, why am I catching all the lights this morning before I go to work? Why me? But what you fail to realize is there could be something happening yards or feet ahead of you that you have no idea about. But because that light stopped, that prevented you from being in that situation. But because you don't know about it, and because you don't have an answer to your question, you thinking, oh, nothing is going my way. I don't know why things are happening the way it's happening. Change your mindset. Because once you change your mindset, everything else around you changes. When you start looking at things as if this is happening for me, even if you don't have the answer, do know that it is happening for you. You have to see favor in everything that is going on around you. Somebody can give you a gift. And because that gift is not exactly what you wanted, you got to look on your face and say, why is he giving me this? This ain't what I wanted. Instead of accepting the gift because you're saying to yourself, man, you know what? Thank you. Gratitude goes a long way. And when you lose gratitude, now all of a sudden you have a sense of entitlement. Now you're not allowing the universe to flow through you, or whatever higher power you believe in. It may be God, but if you're not allowing it to work and flow through you, now all of a sudden you're cutting yourself short and you're cutting your blessings short. See, when you change your outlook, a lot of things that go on around you, you look at them totally different. Like I told you all earlier in other videos, I don't live my life in scarcity. I don't have that mindset. Because I know when things are happening, they're happening for me. So I got to allow them to happen through me so I can be just a vessel or a conduit so that when it comes to me, I appreciate it. I show gratitude, but all of a sudden I let it flow through me and I release it. I don't sit up here and harp on things. I don't sit up here and try to figure out why is this happening to me or why is this happening the way that it's happening. I know it's happening for a reason. I know that it's happening for me. So I trust the process enough to know that everything's going to be all right. No matter how many times it rains, no matter how many times it's thunderstorming, you name it, lightning, eventually the sun will come back out. And you have to always remember that. You have to always say to yourself, it can't rain forever. It cannot rain forever. But if it wasn't for the rain, because if every day was sunny, you wouldn't know how to appreciate it. It takes those rainy days. It takes inclement weather. It takes you going through the storm. It takes for you to have to buckle down to appreciate when the going does get good. Now you know how to appreciate it because you have contrast. You always have to have something that's the polar opposite of something else. So when you are appreciating the sunny days, and you're saying to yourself, man, it's a great day out here. Today is beautiful. The sun is smiling on me. It takes for those rainy days in order for you to appreciate that. So when the rainy days come, instead of saying to yourself, man, the day sucks. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. These are the days that are allowing you to appreciate the others. And when you have that mindset and you're looking at it from a standpoint of, okay, I know why this is happening for me. Maybe I need to stay in. Maybe instead of me going out and running around and running unnecessary errands, maybe I need to stay in and focus on some of the things that I've always wanted to do. Maybe there's some things around the house that you should have been doing for a while and you kept putting it off. You kept procrastinating. Maybe it's time for you to go ahead and do that and knock that task on out. Maybe you have some clutter in one of your rooms and you may have to go out there and say, you know what, let me go in this room and straighten this room back up so they can look like it's supposed to look. Maybe there's clothes you need to wash, loads you need to get rid of. See, you have to look at things totally different. And when you change your mindset, you begin to do that. Because once your house is clean, that's a direct reflection of your consciousness. Because when you have a cluttered mind, you live a cluttered life. There's no way around it. There's no substitute. There's no shortcut. When you have a cluttered mind, you have a cluttered life. So when you see people that are unorganized and everything is going on and happening to them instead of happening for them, it's because they have a cluttered mind. There are some things they need to work out up here. Once they clear this out, then everything else begins to flow. But it's not until they clear their mind to where their life begins to become more organized. I had to do it. Everybody that I've studied, they had to have done it. And it's one of those things where it's not no secret sauce. It's not one of those things where you all are making it seem as if it's such a big secret. It's not. Everything that I'm talking to you about, you have access to. Only difference is I choose to study it, and I choose, once I study it, I turn around and I relay that information to you. And the reason I'm going to relay the information to you is because just like I found it, because somebody put it on there for me to find, I'm going to find it, take it, dissect it, and then regurgitate it and give it back to you. I didn't come into this world knowing everything that there is to know. Everything that I know, I had to learn. So if I learned it through experiences, through reading, through podcasts, through videos, if I've learned it, what good is it for me to hold on to the information and not share it? Because if I hold on to it, I'm not allowing it to flow through me. But if I allow it to flow through me, now I'm opening myself up for other information to come in. And I am ready to receive it. But the question is, are you? Because when you try to hold on to everything that you have, you're not making room for anything else or anything new to come in. And if you're not making room for anything new to come in, guess what? you're not growing. You can only grow when something new is coming out of you. But if you're regurgitating the same thing over and over again, and the stuff that you learn in school is the same thing that you're talking about 10, 15 years later, you're not growing. You're not evolving. Everything else around you is changing but you. Everything else around you has seasons. Everything else around you has a certain time. Everything around you has a certain space. And once that season is gone, once that time is gone, move on. But if you're stuck in a space or in an era, I'm gonna give you an example. There are some people that I come in contact with, and they always talk about what they did 10, 15 years ago. Man, remember 10, 15 years ago when we did this? Remember 10, 15 years ago when we did this? Or you remember when we was at this particular point? Ain't nothing wrong with reminiscing. I don't mind reminiscing. I love reminiscing. But I do not live in that space anymore. So for me to continue to hold on to that and not have anything new to tell you, I'm still living in that moment. That moment has been gone 10, 15 years ago. And here it is, we're still talking about it. And the reason we're still talking about it is because we haven't created any new moments. So if we haven't created any new moments, we haven't grown. I'm so busy growing, I'm talking about the stuff that I most recently did. I'm not talking about and harping on stuff that happened 10, 15 years ago. Once you create new memories and new things and new ideas, you're challenging yourself to grow. And when you are challenging yourself to grow, these new ideas and new experiences that you have come across, that's the only thing on your mind, because now you're trying to top that. So be careful about the people that you are hanging around, and all they seem to talk about is the stuff that happened years ago. Because that's a direct reflection of the fact that they haven't grown and they don't intend to grow. Simple as that. I embrace change. I embrace challenges. Nothing is going to happen to you or for you unless it's a challenge. Y'all probably seen memes floating around social media. If you find yourself in dirt, it's only because you're a seed. And seeds can only grow in soil. So if you find yourself in situations where dirt is being thrown on your name, people are talking about you. Every which way you go, you hear rumors about you and what it is that you're doing. Consider yourself a seed. Because like with any other seed, once it begins to grow, now all of a sudden they're going to admire you. And it is that admiration that makes them even more jealous. See, a lot of people don't know that you're a seed. And the reason they don't know that you're a seed because they don't even know what a seed looks like. They've yet to experience one. But once you are planted, once you've been put into soil, it may take 3 years. It may take 3 months. But once you begin to grow, because it is your season, there is nothing they can do about it. You take that same seed, leave it on the concrete. You take that same seed, you leave it in a car. You take that same seed, you can leave it on the other side of the block. It's not until that seed is planted or buried that it will do what it is supposed to do. So when your time comes and you find yourself buried, you are going to do what you are supposed to do, and there is nothing anyone can do about it. It's your season. I am your favorite speaker, Britton Harvest. Please like, subscribe, cut the notification bell on, and share my video. I'm not asking you for any money. All the thing I'm asking for is for you to share this content. There are people that may be going through some things because this video may not be directly for you. But indirectly, you may know of somebody that may need to hear this. You may know of somebody that needs to say, you know what, this message needs to be put onto their consciousness. And you never know, by spreading love, what effect you will have on someone. That brings me to another story, but I'll save that for another video. I love y'all, man. I am your favorite speaker, Britton Harvest. Hashtag breadcrumbs. Hashtag random acts of kindness, RAK. Hashtag rack motivation. To my son, Bo, I love you, man. And in case you all haven't noticed, I just did another video. Didn't know what I was going to talk about. Didn't have a topic to the video. But I was still able to do so because I trusted the process. I allowed myself to be used. I allowed for the energy to flow through me instead of wondering why is it happening to me. Perfect example. So hopefully you all are taking notes and take heed to that. I love you. I'm out.